Okay, guys, we're back at it, I think. Here we go. We'll go back here and grab, let's see, this one, I think this is the right one. No, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Hang on a second. I'll get this. All right, let me do this wherever I'm at. Let me put it in just Sandi Sale, Silver, whatever the name of that page is that I have. All right, I'm putting it on that page, guys, and then Dia, I will send it to you through Messenger. And okay. Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Okay. I can't see the chat right now, guys, so you just have to kind of hang with me for just a second while I. There we go. Paste that. Send it. Okay, got that. All right, so let me see if I can go and find the chat, wherever that may be. Okay, I think it's that one. Crap. Sorry, guys. I'm just not functioning on all 8 cylinders right now. This chat. It looks like I'm live. Okay, good.
Sandi, Sandi, Sandi. Ugh.
Oh, man, Dwayne.
It's never a dull moment at the Sandi household.
No, and I am just, really? You really have to see
Well,
that?
if that didn't cement in your mind what you need to do, I don't know what else would.
Yeah, in fact, I talked to Kent yesterday about going up there this week. So
excellent. Well, perfect timing.
I'm going to load the kids in the car, guys, and I'm going to take off for Utah to visit my friends and see about, if I if that's
well, even worst case scenario, you could, like you were saying the other day, if you can't get into that house right away, you could still pull your trailer up and park it on their east property far away,
Yeah.
And that would give you a chance to at least, gain some money and put together a plan to get into a house or something like that.
Apartment.
Yeah. They're the guys that these good friends of mine that just moved to Fearon, Utah. They have big house and 6 acres of land, and they offer to. We've been talking for about 10 years that we'd like to live close to each other. And they offered for me to come and put my trailer on their property so that we would be, next to each other. So, sorry. There we go.
People are saying you still need to delete the last one.
Oh, all right.
You may want to do that.
Yeah, I probably do. Since that was the whole reason we stopped that stream and started this one. God.
Right.
Oh my gosh, my brain just isn't okay.
Even more than normal?
Oh yeah, I'm
I would be too.
I'm
I would be
toast.
too.
I'm absolutely toast right now. So,
yeah. So how far are the police out? I mean, how far is it when they come in?
He didn't say, I mean, this is not a high priority because the people are already gone. I didn't see them. So it actually could be hours.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I've called the police. There we go. Okay, guys, it's deleted. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good. Very good.
I've actually called the police when there have been shots fired close to the house, not at me.
So now, do you feel that they were shot at you or just whizzed by you? I mean, were they aimed at you? Or were you just kind of stuck in the middle?
I'm not sure because there was I'm in about a quarter of an acre that's fenced in. It's a dog training facility.
Right.
So almost to the back of the property is where I live. And I came out of my gate. And as soon as I came out of my gate, I heard 3 shots. And then the 4th shot I heard whizzing by my ear. So I assumed that they were shooting at me. Because that's the first.
Who did you upset? Jeez, Sandy.
Boy, I sure pissed at somebody.
Somebody's saying the clickable title also, Sandy, delete it. I'm not sure what that means. What clickable title?
I just deleted the whole thing.
Okay.
So it should be gone.
Thelma wants to know, did a bullet hit anything in your house that you know of?
No, if it hit anything, it would have hit the trailers to the behind me. And I don't know. I didn't even check to see if
you weren't in your car, right? You were just moving from one trailer to the other.
Well, I just had opened up the gate and I was coming out of the gate when the gunshots started, and my car is just parked right outside of the gate. So,
okay.
And there's nothing back here but, my trailer, and then next to me is a motor home that John lives in. You guys have met John, my neighbor.
Right.
And then there's another gal in a mobile home, and then the fence. And there's literally just nothing. There was nothing behind me. There was nobody in the compound area or anything on Sundays. Nothing happens here. So it's.
Did anybody
said, let's go look.
Yeah, I could look if they come out. We'll.
Yeah, just sit tight right here and talk with us until, if nothing else, until your blood pressure gets in, back to earth.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to go out there right now. So, you don't know what's going on out there. We'll just wait a bit.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, I mean, I was scared to get in the car to just drive across 150 feet to get over here to the shop, So, but I could not. When the shots started, I started looking around to see if I could see who was shooting, and I couldn't see anybody.
Yeah. Now, not to get too technical, but do you know the different sound between a pistol and a rifle? I mean, was it a pistol? Was it a hunting rifle?
It sounded like a 22. No, it was bigger than a 22. Might have been a 32 or 38.
But it sounded more like a pistol, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I know the difference between the sound of a
pistol and a rifle. Yeah.
Yeah. I've gone elk hunting enough to know the difference.
Sure, exactly, and that's because that'll probably be things that they're going to ask you if they ever do show up. Because, like somebody said in the chat, you know, could somebody have been hunting in nearby, or you know, but you know, if it's a handgun, then it's definitely not a rifle, and it's probably
no, it
not that.
It wasn't a rifle.
Okay.
It was probably a 38.
Yeah, with that many shots.
It sounded loud to me, and I thought, man, that's right at the corner, you know. And there were 3 shots, and then one went by my head, and then I don't know.
I don't blame you.
Sort of checked out at that point, and
the fight or flight just kind of went to flight, huh?
It's amazing how that happens, you know, that just all of a sudden you become one with Mother Earth, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I imagine. So yeah, and Mama also said that with that many shots, it probably wasn't hunting, which makes sense. Yeah.
No.
Were you behind your car? You said I missed the first few moments of your live.
No. The gate is here, and the car was parked where I came out the gate. The car was parked a little bit to my right, and the shots came from my left. So I came out the gate, and I actually, when I heard the one go by my head, I ran behind the next trailer over, and then I blinked out and got behind the car to see if there were going to be any more shots, and they slithered into my car and drove over here.
Did any of them hear the shots?
The gentleman that lives next door, he's not home, and I don't think the gal that lives in the other trailer is home.
Okay.
And guy that
pretty much on your own then.
Yeah, the guy who's quote unquote the property manager, he lives towards the front of the property, which is closer to the gunshots, but he probably didn't even hear them. You know, or didn't pay attention to them.
Well, what do we have to do to start getting you out of there?
Oh man. Well, the first step is to go up there and
for sure,
check out, make sure that, you know, my gut, my spirit is okay with it.
Sure. Well, I can't imagine that it could be very, you know, different than where you're at. I mean, it's going to be very different.
I know, and you know, just to be around people that I care about and that cares about me, that's make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And so I'll travel up there.
Because after the first of the year, I'll have vacation time again at my work that I can come down and you know, start moving you. I may be able to. I'll have to talk with my father. They have what they call it a toter home, basically. It's for racing, but it has a 5th wheel hitch in it. And I don't know if I could, but I could. Maybe I'll ask him if I could borrow it, just so you don't have to buy a hitch for your truck. Kind of save some money that way.
You know, that's going to be about $1,000 to get the hitch and it all wired up to to pull this.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe if maybe I can talk my dad into to let me borrow that. It's kind of like a half motorhome, half a trailer hauler.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm gonna tell my son that he's being loud. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm sorry, my dog's probably loud.
I have to come in for a minute and say something because people are like, oh, why she didn't call the police? She should have called the police right away, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you have to understand that each person of its own has a different reaction to a shocking or a stressful event, and everybody reacts differently. Some people become the superheroes, some people shut down, some people run away. So some people need time to process, like Dwayne said, flight or fight, right? So in Sandy's mind, it was just easier to move on. Me personally, in a situation of emergency, I emotionally shut down and I had calm and collective and I fall apart after the event because I'm just used to it. That's how I handle it. But people who don't do it like that and were never trained how to handle situation like that, they can be in shock. Sometimes they call the police 24 hours after, a day after they processed mentally what just happened to them. So don't be sitting there and telling her she should have did this, she should have did that, because when your adrenaline kicks in, it's you don't see, you don't hear, you just either you moving out of the situation or you freeze. And that's it. So stop badgering her why she didn't call the police. Every person is different and everybody's going to handle stressful situations in a different way.
Well, and she's taking care of it.
Everybody's fight or flight's different.
That's what I was saying. That there are emergency personnel that see these things. They train for these things. They can look at blood and nothing happens and whatever. I'm just saying.
Right.
People like us, we trained to act in a certain way in these situations. We usually go home and we fell apart when we are out in our private lives.
Yeah, very true.
That's all I have to say about it. If somebody else says something about why she didn't call the police, just leave her be. This is how she handled it at that point. That's it. Good night.
Yeah, and the main thing is that she's safe and
night, Barb.
Sorry, I just had to because people keep saying why she didn't know because everybody handles it differently.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's it. Good night.
Thanks.
Everybody was just concerned for her, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And I appreciate
like
that.
I said,
guy.
the main thing is that you're safe. You're not. You may fall apart later, and if you do, you know where to call or who to call. You know, we're here if you need anything. So don't worry about that.
This is how crazy I was heading over here to do a Google Hangout and maybe do some work or something. And that's all I could think of was I needed to get in the car and come over here and talk to you guys. I know it sounds weird.
No. You're alone. I mean, you're alone.
But there's nobody here. You know, it's Sunday afternoon. There's nobody here.
But as long as some of us are online, though, you are not alone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I consider you guys my family, and so I just needed to come and talk it out. You know,
Sure.
This really did happen to me. You know, it's like
Well, we've heard the shots before during your
auctions and that. Yeah. But
sounds like a dangerous neighborhood, don't it?
Yeah. And it just got exponentially more dangerous. See, I do know big words.
Don't let her fool you. Oh, she looked that word up.
Yeah, it's on her word of the day calendar. She just had to
Yeah.
figure out how to make it work into the
That's
conversation.
right.
So I need to work it into a conversation 3 more times today.
Okay, yeah. We'll see what we can do.
But oh my gosh, yeah, it just got shoved up to the top of the list to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
It's time to.
I was
Sounds
thinking,
like it.
well, I need to go to Tucson, and it's closer to go to Tucson from here. And then after I go to Tucson at the end of January, 1st of February, then I can start thinking about moving to Utah. But I think I'm going to go directly and not go and not collect $200. I'm just,
You're just going to make that the top of the list now.
yeah, I think everything else has fallen away. So you guys can offer up prayers, good thoughts, whatever, that I get the help that I need to help, pack this up and physically get.
You're always in our prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I physically cannot pack up everything that you guys have seen. So that's going to be I think the biggest. Well, it's the biggest in my mind right now is how the heck am I going to get all this stuff on a truck to get out of here?
Well, and what you should do, I'm not saying what you should do, but what I would probably do if I was you is start packing right now things that you don't need to get a hold of. Start putting them in boxes and just do it when you have spare time. If you're not doing anything, oh well, I don't need this right now. I'll put the because eventually, and then that'll make it so less daunting when you decide to do the big move. Then it's just a matter of putting it on the truck.
Just label each box so you know what's in there.
Yeah,
exactly. Label each box.
Vicki, is there someone in the park that hates you? No, there's only I think 5 of us that live here. So it's mainly a dog training facility, Vicki. And then she's got just a couple of it used to be a mobile home park. And she, when her dad passed away, she got this part of the property. And so she's got 2 agility yards in the middle of it. And then she's got, let's see, there's this trailer. And then across the way, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people living over there. So it's not really a trailer park. The trailer park is actually across the street. And you guys are going to love this one. The trailer park across the street has the highest crime rate in Albuquerque.
Oh boy!
Well, I can't imagine where those people came from then that you possibly stopped at you.
Oh goodness!
I want to say something real quick, off subject but kind of on subject. I know the holiday season is really rough for a lot of people, and if you're going through something, you need to reach out to somebody. And I'm going to post this thing in chat, a hotline and a text message line that you can talk to anybody anytime, day or night. If you're going through something, you need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, because the holidays are hard for single people or even married people.
Everybody. Yeah. The stress level in the around the holidays is always higher. Even it's supposed to be great for everybody, but it can be very stressful for a lot of people. So
well, in my life, this is my just my opinion, guys, but the media, the television and the movies and that, put out these It's a Wonderful Life, type movies that, this is June Cleaver and the Beaver, and this is how they have Christmas, and isn't it wonderful, Well, I would like to find the Cleavers, because I want to go spend Christmas with them.
Yeah, they'd be so boring. Man, they wouldn't have any fun.
Oh, hey, David.
Why can't I see the chat? I wonder.
Are you on your computer or?
Yeah, my desktop.
Because what I have to do in order to see it is pop out the chat from YouTube, and so that I can see it.
I mean, I can see what I put in, and I can see who comes and
You
leaves.
might need to refresh YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah,
up at the top. Are you on live chat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm on top chat. That was kind of dumb. There we go.
I don't know.
And it shows, group chat. Like I said, it shows everybody that's coming and going, but.
You're talking about over here?
Yeah,
this chat?
to the right. Yeah.
That chat? Yeah, that's a different chat. That's the chat for just the people on this panel.
Oh,
the actual chat, you have to go to YouTube, and that's where the chat is for the people on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's something new every day.
Yeah, on your chat, there's 3 little dots up at the top.
Yes.
And if you'll just click on that, then it'll say pop out chat, and hit that.
And then you can move it wherever you'd like it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come back to the Google Hangout, and then it usually on my computer it's down at the bottom, and I just click on it and it'll pop back up.
Okay.
Yep.
I know the first couple of times Dwayne explained it to me, and I'm going, huh? Who out of where?
Yeah, say that again.
Yeah.
So, just do.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to, but then afterwards, it's not too bad.
Dwayne has been very patient with me, guiding me through all these techno baubles.
Actually, it's not that bad. You make it a lot worse than it is.
Well,
or you make it sound a lot worse than it is. I don't know.
You're not in here, Dwayne, with all the craziness going.
Thank goodness, man. I'd be afraid up there.
Ooh, you should be afraid.
So you get lost, huh?
It's a very dangerous place up here.
Obviously.
Oh, Patricia, I may have to let me go to your messenger, and let me try putting the link in there, and you might be able to get in that way. If you can't, then message me back your email address, and I'll send it to your email, and I know you can get in that way. So let me go over here and find you. And so has everybody got all of their Christmas shopping done?
I did. I finished today.
You did? Okay. How many times?
We had to go to IKEA to pick up a couple of things, just final gifts, ideas. So, but
how many times did you have to go to the mall?
I don't go to the mall. It's against my religion.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not a people-y person, so we don't. We try and stay away from them all.
I will put the link, guys, in the chat also, and please, anybody that wants to come in, David, come on in. I was just going to have a nice, happy, quiet chat this afternoon.
We can still do that,
I love these live chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can still do it. We just,
Hi,
you
Pat.
just might have to look at what you're going to do creatively, and, take the rage out of it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Well, and on top of it, I didn't sleep last night because I ran out of some medication for my restless legs. And so my legs were just going all night long. So at like 5 o'clock this morning, I came out here to the shop and started cutting some stones and just, you know, trying to take
my... Was it working, or were they crumbling like last time?
Well, no, I got this one cut. Another
beauty.
Piece of that.
Beautiful.
That blue. And
well, sorry, I'm about to be a party pooper. You're in good hands. I'm gonna bounce. Love y'all.
Love you too, sweetie. Bye, thanks for coming.
Take care.
Bye, pickle. I mean carrot.
Hey.
You guys like that pink druzy that I did?
The bubblegum stuff?
Yeah, the bubblegum stuff. So I wanted to show you, this is how I get it. See that it's just a real thin layer on, let me click on my screen so it stays over here. There you go. See how it's just a real thin layer on top? And then I have to cut this host stone off of it and then shape it. But I thought you guys would like to see what.
Yeah, that's cool.
How I get it, and then I have to work it. And then this is for Thelma. I found, I believe this is Royston turquoise. This is some larger ribbon turquoise.
Oh, wow.
So compared to next to a stone that I cut this morning. See how thin this vein is?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, once you cut that big one on the left, you probably won't even see a lot of the, you know, the stuff on the side, the brown. You'll get much more of the vein itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and leave, you know, part of the host stone because I think that's what gives it, you know, the
character.
Cool.
Well, it amazes me how you can take that hunk of rock and make something so beautiful out of it.
I know, right? Isn't it amazing?
It is.
And you know, the funny thing to me is that not that I know, but I probably have walked by thousands of dollars in gemstones just out and about because they look like dang rocks to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know they have this, I call it a rock show up here in Atlanta once a year, and my daughter usually takes me up there, but I didn't get to go this year. But anyway, they have, I guess, millions of different types of stones and stuff. It's just amazing to go through that place.
And then I, let's see, which pocket is it in? I'm always carrying rocks in my pockets, guys. Rocks.
So Mary says, could you cut it against the grain? Or against the...
Oh, going along the ribbon? Yes, I could. It's thick enough that I can actually cab the whole thing.
Awesome. And Vita says it's probably more stable with part of the host rock on there.
Yes, it is. I noticed when I was cutting this morning that it's like two different materials that turquoise is in. I wonder what I did with that rock. Probably in my head.
That's that rattle when you tip your head.
It's the rattle.
It goes to the other side.
No, it's not. Gosh, I was going to show you that I found another piece of opal, but now I don't know where it is, guys.
You'll come across it.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely not lost. It's around here someplace.
Just like everything else, right?
Yeah.
It's right in the last place you're going to look.
Yeah.
So, so why would you look?
That's right.
I love it when people say that, that it was the last place I looked. Well, why would you look someplace else if you already found it? So
That's right.
Yep, exactly.
But I just thought I saw it on the bench, so I thought I'd throw that out at you guys to
Awesome.
get my mind off of things a little bit. So
Absolutely.
So who went to the mall to shop? I want to know. Okay, type 1 if you went to the mall, and type 2 if you stayed the heck away from it. I want to see how many 1s are there. This should be good.
Yeah, I don't go to the mall anymore. Very few things that I need to purchase are at the mall anymore. So
I don't even get to go to Kroger anymore.
why not?
Oh gosh, it takes so much to get me in a car.
Stay far away from. Oh my gosh, everybody is staying away from the malls. Now I would have guessed it would have been just the opposite.
Well, with online purchasing too, I mean, there's no reason to have to go to the mall anymore, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. And I would much rather get on Amazon and go, deliver it to me in a couple of days.
Right. Absolutely.
Definitely see if you can get in that way. If not, send me your email and I'll send you the link to your email, and then maybe you can get on there. Kathleen, Brent. Oh, I'm horrible at names, guys. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic, so my mouth and my brain don't always line up together. Well, you guys.
We know that.
And most of the time, it's not due to the dyslexia.
Right.
It's just due to the pilot error. There she is.
I can't see. I don't know how y'all are getting the chat. I've tried. I don't see 3 dots.
Me neither, Patricia.
Are you on your phone?
I'm on an iPad.
On an iPad. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the iPad thing.
No, neither do I. Is there anybody in the chat or anything that knows how to do? David, do you know how to get the chat on the iPad? Or I don't know.
I think he left.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got to get up in the morning.
If I minimize you, it turns the chat off, and then I have to go all the way back around. So I have to look at a black screen and a picture of me.
Well, I know that Dawn used to use 2 phones to be able to get chat and the Hangout. So I don't know whether you can do that or not.
I can. I'm going to get on my phone right now.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I don't know. This looks like the older version of Google Hangouts. To me.
You know, maybe
over on the left, you've got 5 icons there, and it shows the chat and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
But on the new Google Hangouts, you don't have all of that.
Oh. Well, this is a live. Well, I don't know. Maybe I need to go and download another version. Maybe I have the old version. This is.
I think this looks like the one I usually have.
I have another Hangout that I go to at 7 o'clock every night, and this looks completely different than this. And it's live. I guess you'd say it's live because
there's 2 though, because you're right. If you just do a Google Hangout, not through YouTube, that one looks different than because this one's through YouTube.
Oh, okay.
There's another one if you just do like a Google Hangout. It is a little different.
Okay.
Yeah, it has stuff at the bottom instead of the top, and yeah. So that's probably just a Google Hangout, not through YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know how to do just a Hangout.
Oh, you just go to Google Hangouts
and just start it.
Yep, and it's called when you do it on Google Hangouts that way, it's called a video call or something like that. I can't remember if it's a video call or video call, and that's what you go through. But you don't need to do that now, because if you do that, then it can't be on YouTube. That's just if you want to, like if you have a working hangout that you don't want to put on YouTube, but you don't want to go through YouTube, you can do it that way.
Yeah, the only way I know is through YouTube.
Yeah.
So
I'll show you the other way. That way, if you want to do a hangout sometime that you don't have to go through and plan an event and all that stuff, you don't have to do any of that.
Okay. Jennifer says, can you do it on an Android phone? I don't see why not.
Yeah, you can. I've done it on the Android before. I think it's easier than iPad.
Okay. I have an Android. I've got a Note 3, so, but I never come in my chats.
That's true.
When you do the after chat on Fridays, is that just the Google Hangout, or is that for you also?
No,
it's the same as this. The only difference is we're not live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. In fact, if you were to turn this off right now, if she was to go off of YouTube, that would basically be the Hangout, and then you just send that link out to whoever you want to come in.
Learning one baby step at a time.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
So I see there's some new guys in the chat. Welcome. This is very strange circumstances. This does not happen all the time.
You know what, Nikki, Poplar Picker, she needs a wrench. I'll vouch for her. Even though, you know, it is Nikki, and I might regret that, but she could probably use a wrench.
Yeah, that's true. And if you guys are wondering why, when you come in the chat, there's all these blue wrenches in my chat, is because I want to know who the new people are that are coming in. And if you don't get a wrench right away, it's not because I don't like you or we don't like you or anything like that. We just want to get to know you a little bit, and then you get a wrench.
Yep. Yep.
Not a winch, a wrench.
Oh man, crud!
I know.
I was hoping. I mean, geez, all this time.
I know.
I was wondering.
Being of the flavor that I am, you would think that I'd be given away, but I'm not. Hi, Maggie. Welcome. We're chilling a little bit, trying to get my blood pressure back down.
Taking deep breaths and you know, happy places, happy bushes here, and you know, do the whole Bob Ross.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, how long has it been, guys? It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Since
43, probably 50, probably close to an hour.
Yeah.
Because we've been on this hangout for 43 minutes, and you were on the other one for about 10 or 15. So.
I do heard from the police.
Let me just check and see if the police are here yet. I'll be right back. Talk among yourselves. Smoke them if you got them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wish I had them.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to have to go, you guys. It's time for my other hangout, so I sure have enjoyed this.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping in, Mama.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting me know, because you were the one that let me know that was what was going on with Sandy. I didn't hear before, so.
Okay, Darlene was saying something. What, Darlene? Darlene and Kevin's praying for Sandy.
Okay.
And for her sanity, bless her heart. And of course, she's always in my prayers. All
right,
y'all.
I'll definitely let her know.
Okay, see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Have a nice night. So there was just me and you, Patricia. What's up with you?
Christmas wrapping, little cleanup from the Christmas tree, dropping its little needles all over the place.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Stressing a little bit about the holidays.
Yeah. Well, we were talking. It's a special time for sure. So Mama had to go, but she said that she's always in your prayers, and Kevin and Darlene are praying for your sanity.
Oh God,
I think that's what she said.
All of those all of those that I can get.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to try and send myself. How do I do that? How do I send myself the link?
Priority mail. Oh, no, not. That's just different. Okay, sorry.
I'd just like everybody else, but just put your email address in there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Because I was going to get on my phone and take you outside while it's still light to show you what I'm talking about as far as how this place is laid out and where I was.
Just sanity.
Yeah, Bumcrack Picker says you're going to change your channel name to Just Sanity.
Yeah, really. Please, God, please, just sanity. Okay, so let's see if I can do this.
Granny Joe says I have to go bake a cake. Sending prayers, Sandy.
Great. Okay, thank you, Joe.
And Fashion Reclaim is hungover from too much wine last night.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, I don't know if you guys noticed.
She came on at the end there. She looks like a very happy person. Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can get in. This is going to be good. Live on YouTube. I'm trying to get into YouTube. Okay. So if I can get in. No, I don't want that. I want.
Yeah. Has anybody heard from April? She was the other one that was a wee bit tipsy last night on the show.
Let's see.
I haven't been on any channels today, so I am afraid I don't know.
Yeah, me either. I was busy doing other things, but I figured somebody's heard from her. The Crawley family probably has.
Now I don't know how to get into that account. Inbox, that's what I want.
Hetty says, "Hope you're okay, Sandy."
Yeah, I'm coming down a bit, so it's helped to just sit here and talk it out with you guys. I don't know this phone number.
It's probably the cops.
Hello? Okay, I'll be right out. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wow. I can't imagine sitting through a gunshot. I missed the beginning of the live show. So could you kind of catch me up on what happened with Sandy?
So she was walking from her trailer to her shop, which is about 150 feet. And she had just gotten out of her trailer and was walking past her gate when she heard 3 gunshots and then a 4th gunshot. And the 4th one whizzed by her ear.
Oh.
So, and at that point, she landed on the ground and slithered her way to the other, to the next door neighbor's trailer. And then she got in her car and drove over here drove over here, meaning drove to her shop.
Goodness.
And since she really doesn't have anybody nearby, she got a hold of people on YouTube too, and then we talked to her. So, not a fun day. I mean, geez.
Not at all. Not when you have to hit the ground and crawl like that.
Yeah, right.
You know, to get anywhere because there's gunshots going off. We have a very large, old, established Hispanic gang just on the other side of the freeway, which is about 3 miles from me. And so it fringes into these neighborhoods. And our neighborhood, we happen to have a lot of council people in it. Just old roots in this neighborhood. And and it's very popular for car break-ins. If you leave anything unlocked, they're gonna get it.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I mean, but we don't often hear gunshots. Just they don't bring that over here. So I don't know. It's little inner city pockets, and she's in one of those, I guess.
Yeah. She said the trailer park across the street from her has the highest crime rate in all of Albuquerque. So
can't imagine living next to that. And what?
Yeah, right.
What the heck are they doing shooting at Sandi? Just nothing better to do on a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, we don't know. She doesn't know that she has any enemies at this time, but yeah, who knows? Hetty, are there any neighbors near her? There are like 3 trailers near her, but one of them's out of town, the other one's not home, and the third one is the manager of the place, and he obviously didn't hear either. So,
well, I'm wondering if maybe it was a stray bullet and they were shooting at those dogs because they were barking.
I mean, it could have been, yeah, it could have been. Who knows?
I live in Arizona, Lynn.
I have no idea. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. The police. Yeah, the police are there now. That's good. Let's see. One's deaf, so that's probably. She needs the case number. She hopes she doesn't forget. Well, she'll. I believe what they're doing now, Barb, is they're taking her statement, and that's where they'll get a case number. I doubt that the dispatch would give her a case number until the officers were on scene to make sure that it actually rated a report. So, yeah, I think so too, Lynn. I don't believe it was aimed at her specifically, but who knows? I don't know.
Oh, and I'm looking at the picture of the shop. That is one heck of a chore to move all that stuff. There's some real heavy equipment in there from what I see.
Yeah, it'll take some moving, but I mean,
how do you move something like that, Dwayne?
Actually, the ovens usually aren't very heavy, like the one that's sitting on the right in front of her dryer. Those aren't very heavy. The pedestal where the grinder is might be a little heavy, but really just packing it up, putting it in a truck, and tying it down. So she has friends in Utah that she's going to go and see probably next week, and that's her plan is to hopefully move there at some point. So.
Yeah, we knew she was moving, but I think she was trying to put it off until after the gem show, which
she was.
I might be able to meet up with her to go to that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I'm on the way.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think after today, though, the getting the hell out of New Mexico has moved up the list a bit. So. We'll see what she has planned.
Yeah, Thelma says you hire some muscle.
Right, exactly.
Welcome back, Dia.
Yeah, Dia, the cops are there. She's out talking to him now. So, yeah, not the kind of call you want to hear. You know, oh yeah, your friend's getting shot at. You know, not good.
Dwayne, or does anybody know? Does she celebrate Christmas, Sandi?
She says she hasn't really done much for 10 years because she has nobody around her to celebrate it with. But I think once she moves, she will definitely celebrate with her friends that live in Farron. And then, you know, of course, me and Heather she's always welcome here. So I think she's been kind of lonely and alone for a while. So I doubt that she's really done any holidays, you know, for the most part.
Well, she's welcome to come down here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think that she's starting to find that out that, you know, there's lots of people here that have, you know, sure, come on down, you know, or however it works.
How far of a drive are you?
She's about 10 hours from here. She's like 8 hours from where she's going to be moving to when she moves. So
I'm 5 hours right now.
Yeah, you're closer than me, sure.
She'll be the 10-hour drive when she moves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see.
Did she ever, Thelma, did she show her Christmas lights on any of her recordings?
Yeah, I haven't seen other than ones that she puts in her, you know, above her bed or whatever. Those ones, I don't know if she did some other. Yeah, Hetty, she'll be about 2 hours away from me when she moves. So she'll be able to, we'll definitely, you know, include her in on any, you know, holiday stuff and, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, only the ones around her bed. Yeah.
That's a good place for them.
Yeah, exactly. The lady talking, that's Patricia. Yeah, that's Peaches. She just doesn't have her camera turned on. So
Dia, come on back into the chat so I can bounce out and finish up my wrapping. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and go out. I mean, I can talk to the chat for a bit if you need to go. No problem.
I was just Grumpy's comment. We are Jewish.
Christmas. Yeah, she's Jewish. Her family's Jewish, so Christmas is not a big deal. So,
but you have other holidays.
Hanukkah and all those are, right? So, let's see, just reading down here. So, very interesting. Hopefully something gets resolved here with the police. I don't know that they can really do anything other than take her statement. I mean, you know, unless they find some spent casings or bullet holes or something, and even then, it's probably you know, a far shot to finding out anything. So
there you are.
Sorry, I never heard your voice before.
I was on one of Sandi's chats before.
Yeah, I've even seen her, you know, her camera was on once. I saw her.
No makeup, bad day, bad hair day.
Oh, I didn't notice.
You've seen my dirty house.
I changed, I don't know if you noticed, but I changed my little icon and put my photo in there.
Oh yeah, what was it before?
It was a little girl with a broken heart.
That's right. Okay.
I got divorced.
Remember, it was kind of weird. I mean, it was hard when it was tiny. It was hard to see what it was.
Yeah. Some little girl with a broken heart. But I had a divorce. I guess it's been over 5 years, maybe 7. I don't know. I wasn't feeling really good about life. And so that's what I made my little Gmail icon. And took a lot to figure it out last night, but I did that last night. Put that photo in there.
Oh, well, congratulations. See, you've learned something even now.
I'm telling you, every day, little baby.
One more piece. One more piece of that puzzle. Sooner or later, it'll all be complete. Let's see. She was excited about celebrating Christmas this year. Let's ask her directly. Yeah, I think so. I think she was doing a little bit better.
Maybe I can talk her into coming in here.
That would be cool.
Off subject, is that your dog, Dwayne, or is that Sandy's dog's barking?
Neighbors, their dog barks all day long, and I really can't do anything about it.
Oh, good. So it's not mine. Whew.
Bounce out of chat. Is it bothering everybody?
Oh, no. I was just curious if his little annoying little doggy.
He's not a little doggy. That's a, what are they? The Huskies that have like one blue eye and one.
Oh, really?
Darker
is it a
eye.
Malamute?
I don't know what he is. I'll have to, that's why I'm asking, but his name is Bo, and I'm deathly afraid. I'm usually not afraid of animals, but that dog I am afraid of.
I have a husky with both her eyes are blue. She doesn't bark very much unless she's back talking to you.
Mm.
Yeah.
They must have had a picnic table on the other side of the wall because I come home from work, and the two dogs would be in my backyard. And I'd have to call the boys because I couldn't come out back and let my dog out. Come get your dogs. So I think.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have 2 poodle mixes. I rescued about, I want to say 4 months ago. They were in bad shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have hair. They were skinny as all get out. And they moved them up from Tucson to Phoenix because they were on the kill list. I don't know what else to call it.
Right.
They were going to euthanize them, and they moved them up here to give them their last chance. And I just happened to call some rescue, and
good for you.
Yeah,
Sandy.
Welcome back, Sandy.
Nice gal, nice officer. She said, sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. She said that other people had reported the gunshots, but they were thinking that it came from the west. Well, you know, with buildings and trailers and that, the sound echoes and bounces around, and, you know. But she said that other people, and she had been driving around the area.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
why did it take her an hour to get to you?
She was driving around back over here in the war zone.
Oh, okay.
And
Barb wants to know if the cop was hot.
Yes, she was. Barb, stop that. Man, you caught me off guard.
At least now we know why you're out of breath.
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Good looking young woman. Thank you very much. Easy on me.
Next time, take a GoPro.
Yes.
So did she take a statement from you and give you a case number and all that good stuff?
She didn't give me a case number. She still has to enter all the stuff in, but I gave her my card, and she's going to file a report, and then she's going to put a 24-hour drive-by.
Patrol?
Drive-by, but a patrol in here. And if we want it any longer, then I have to go over to the substation, which is maybe a mile away, and request a longer deal. And I think I'm going to, because this really got to me, guys. I mean, I'm trying to deal with it with humor, but it got to me.
If she doesn't call you back within 24 hours, you need to call her and get that case number.
Okay.
And Bumcrack Picker says, Barb, Sandy got to try the nice lady cops handcuffs on.
Hey, I'm not going to tell.
That a uniform makes a troll look good. Oh, man, that's why.
Yep.
I have to find my old Marine Corps uniforms. Although I can't really, I couldn't fit into those ever again. So.
Yeah. Well, at least she came over and she, was aware of it. I wasn't just the only person that was,
Right. And not an isolated event, obviously.
Crazy old woman going, somebody shot at me, and the
did they look around for gunshots, like bullet holes?
Yeah, the other lady that lives in the furthest one on the property, she was there, and I knocked on her door, and she came out, and she wasn't here when the shooting took place, but in the morning she's going to go around the trailer and see, if she sees anything, and this officer said, if we spot any bullet casings or anything, not to touch it, just call the police and they'll come out with a crime scene
investigator kit.
Yeah. And
have you checked on your dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They are all fine. So yeah, I mean, now I'm going to be leery to do a lot of stuff. I don't know. This is, this sounds a little dramatic, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this is going to change my life.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think it would change most people's lives. I mean, being shot at is no joke.
So, we'll see. I doubt if, CSI, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. CSI.
Oh, so they wanted to know, are you celebrating Christmas? Or do you celebrate Christmas? Let's see.
Well, I do, but I don't have anybody really to celebrate it with. So, I was going to put up lights, but then the guy that was supposed to come and help me, that young kid, he flaked out on me. And so it just kind of went south. I got all the decorations over there, but nothing got put.
Well, I guarantee when you move, not if, but when you move, you're always welcome at our house every holiday.
Thank you.
Well, I'll even come get you.
What a nice guy. You're welcome to come here, Sandy.
I'm
a 5-hour drive away.
I actually think I'm going to take off for Utah here in a couple of days and go up and visit my friends and see if that's really where I'm supposed to be. And that
you better rent a car. That truck of yours is going to eat some gas.
Oh no, I have a
car.
I have a minivan.
Okay.
I have a minivan also. And then I'm going to run up and see Dwayne and Heather and yak at them for a while, because they're about 2 hours away from Fearon.
Yeah.
So, and I really don't have to be back in town on any specific date, so I'm just gonna take my time and chill up there.
Pack quite a few clothes. You may not need them, but if you're up here for a week or two, whatever, just pack a bunch.
I was going to ask you about the weather. Is there? I think Heather said that there's some storms coming in this next week or something.
I'll have to look and see. Let's see. It depends on which. Oops, damn it. It depends on which day, of course. Let's see. So it looks like it may snow. Now this is here on Sunday. But then after that, which I guess that's today, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
today is Sunday.
Yeah. I'm looking at this. Today
is December 23rd, a Sunday. It is 6:27 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Dia, you are number one. So it looks like we're talking today's 41. Monday, Tuesdays 41, Wednesday, Thursdays down in the low 30s. So, but it doesn't look like. I mean, there's a chance of snow tomorrow. So, but other than that, and that's just here. You know, of course, you're where you're coming from is south of here, which is typically better, or warmer weather than my stuff. So,
well, and I don't think I have to go over any mountain passes, do I?
Oh, you may have to go through whatever to get through the LaSalle Mountains, but I think you cut through on 70. I don't know. Well, we'll have to.
I say take an airplane.
Yeah, that would be the easy way, but it's hard to bring 5 dogs on an airplane. They, you know.
Well, not only that, but she would have to rent a car anyway because the airport is 2-3 hours from where she's going to be. So it's drive 8.
Well, rent a car for a week.
Fly and drive 3.
Yeah. I know. I figured that, you know, it's an 8-hour drive. I think we figured out, and you know, if my back won't allow me to sit there and drive for 8 hours, then I'll just stop. You know,
hang out. And
I was just thinking about dealing with 5 dogs driving.
Oh, that's a piece of cake.
Yeah, you could stop in Moab, or I think that's the way you'll be taking Moab.
I go 40 to Gallup, and then just straight up through Cortez and Moab.
To 70, I-70, Moab to I-70, and then cut across.
Yeah.
More than likely how you'll go. So
and
you'll have my cell phone number so that if you get stuck somewhere, I can come get you.
Yeah. I don't, you know, I don't anticipate any lumpiness, but I think that's going to be the best thing.
Well, if nothing else, it'll get you out of there for a while, and you'll get to see your friends. What are their names? Tom and
Kent and Lee.
Oh, Kent. Okay, Kent and Lee. So, yeah, that'll give you a chance to visit with them and get away from Albuquerque for a while.
Yeah, you know, because now I'm leery about walking out my front door.
I don't know why. I mean, geez, so it was only one gunshot. I mean, really.
Oh. And they missed. You know,
and they missed, right?
What's the big deal? You know? Yeah, right. But yeah, I think it'll do me good since I was planning on this anyway.
Sure.
So I mean, I can just get some things tidied up here and take off.
Yeah.
See what this wonderful place is in Utah.
Well, I don't know if it's a wonderful place, but it's damn sure better than Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, after this, any place would be better.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I lived in the San Luis middle of Mississippi, and everybody hunted around there and target practice and everything. I would just go out my back door and, you know, target practice. And nobody ever bothered. You know, I mean, there were never bullets flying around me, even with the drunk hunters up there. And there were a lot of drunk hunters, you know.
Yeah.
And here I'm sitting in the middle of a city, and I have a bullet whizzing by my head.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't need to live in a place like this.
Well, and it's not like you have any ties tying you down to Albuquerque. I mean, there's nothing there that you have to stay for.
No. You know,
anybody that can check in on the house while you're gone?
Yeah, my next door neighbor. There's a it's gotten too dark now for me to show you, but tomorrow I'll figure out how to get my cell phone hooked up to YouTube, and I'll take you guys out there and show you, you know, just how far the shop is away from the trailer that I live in, and, you know, all that jazz. So you guys can, you know, it helps if you can kind of see
Sure.
what somebody's talking about. So I'll do that tomorrow for you guys. The only thing I think I'm going to miss is the availability of just running down the street to the supply house. You know,
Yeah.
I think Salt Lake City has some supply houses in it, but it wouldn't. You know, as far as the silver and that is concerned, the metals, but it sure wouldn't have the availability of the stones. I'm positive of that.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to, you know, work out something there, but it's doable. You know, it's very doable. If I can get a hold of this guy that owns that White Buffalo mine near Tonopah, that's really the thing that I'm jonesing for, is to get hold of some rough white buffalo to cut, you know.
Yeah.
So, and maybe I can go to Tucson. You know, I would like to go for at least a couple of days to you know, make some contacts on these stones, because Tucson guys, people that you wouldn't normally be able to get a hold of, they go to Tucson, and that's the only time you see them all year. They don't have a brick and mortar store. Some of them don't even have a website per se, you know, or they may just have a website with no pictures on it, you know. So you really kind of have to talk to them face to face, see the material that they have, and then build a bit of a rapport with them. So when you call them, you can say, remember, we were talking about this material and it was at this price, and you know, I told you what I was doing with it, and yada yada yada.
Sure.
But
yeah, networking, it's always important.
One stone to show you guys.
I'm gonna bounce out of chat now, Sandy.
Okay.
The invitation is still open. If you change your mind, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm on Messenger. You just call me.
Okay.
And
thank you.
If I don't see you, I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you too, Dwayne, and everybody in chat. It was good to see everybody. Love you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So this is
a big hunk of nothing.
It looks like a hunk of nothing, doesn't it? This is how the ribbon turquoise looks when I get it. Okay.
So now, how much would a rock that size cost? I mean, are you talking a couple bucks? Are you talking a couple $100?
I'm trying to think what I paid a pound for this, because this is probably this stone right here is probably about 2 or 3 pounds. So I may have paid oh gosh, what did I pay for this stuff?
You know, I know this guy that made
too damn much.
That made you a spreadsheet that you can keep track of that stuff on.
You know what? I'm going to use that spreadsheet this year when I go to Tucson. I think I paid about $85 a pound.
85? So that was like $170?
Yeah, for this rock.
And I'm in
And
the wrong business. I need to sell rocks for a living.
if you'll notice, guys, you see the turquoise ribbon going down through that? Look how much of this stone I have to cut off to get to that.
Yeah, that's going to be...
I won't even get a half a pound of material out of this. I'll be lucky if I get a quarter of a pound. I'll be real lucky. So
that's amazing.
That's what oh, there's a little piece of turquoise just peeking out. Isn't that fun? I think that's why I like this material so much, is because you cut it and you don't know exactly what's going to be there, you know.
I was going to be mean and be like, just throw it on the floor and see what happens.
You can say that. maybe
when I was a kid, my mom bought me like a geode, and she's like, just put it on the floor and like smash it with the hammer and see what comes out.
I bought quite a bit of material from this guy. In fact, instead of buying opals that year, which I normally buy in Tucson, I bought this material. And I went by at the end of the show, and he was just down to scraps, literally. And he had this piece that he was hanging on to show people, because this was a premier piece for him. And I got it.
Awesome.
He said the end of the show, and he didn't need it anymore, so I was able to get it from him. So I was extremely happy to get this, and I was going to pay almost whatever he asked me, you know, because I really wanted this rock. So it's going to be fun to cut into that. But I just
have a question.
Sure.
What is that thing behind you? It's bugging the crap out of me. That clear, round, dome, cake-looking cover thingamajig.
That right there. That.
Hold on, I can't see you. Hold on.
Yeah, isn't that to pull all the resin bubbles out and such?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thingy. I'm sorry, it's just bugging me. It looks like a jellyfish sitting back there.
I think they call it a vacuum bell.
Yeah,
that's what they usually call it.
Okay.
And I will. I have two ways of doing it. I will take a flask. This is a flask that I would put wax in to cast, and I would set it on top of. Can you see that? Am I out of the frame? Set it on top of this, and then I would.
You're out of the frame.
Okay, let me turn you a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay.
I think our faces are blocking it.
A little bit more. There you go. Now I know. So this has a hole in it here. So I would cover that and the hole. And what that does is it sucks all the bubbles out of the investment. So there's no bubbles around the piece that I'm going to cast. So it comes out smooth. So that's.
Plus it pulls out anything from the inside, so that it's causing cracks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll actually see the top of it start just bubbling up, and it's just pulling all the air out of the investment. And the investment is just like it looks and acts a lot like plaster of Paris. So it just pulls the air bubbles out of there, and so you get a nice smooth casting.
So I was just looking up because I couldn't remember what we have here for gemstone type things, and I remember that we have huge topaz fields out in the West Desert. So we have topaz, we have red beryl, which I guess there's only like 3 places in the world to get that, and Utah's one of them.
Yep.
We have a lot of geodes that you can break open and get rose quartz and amethyst and that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, and I saw this one gal. She was getting shards of quartz. There were quartz crystals, but they were like it almost looked like your hand. You know, it was tapered on both ends, but it was real thin. And they dug it out of the mud at the Great Salt Lake.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
She was talking about how smelly and nasty it was.
It is. The Great Salt Lake is pretty gross. But, you know, whatever.
And there was something else that she did a video of that was right around in that same area. And I thought, oh, cool. I can take, you know, everybody from the channel out rock hounding, you know.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that go out and play in the hills around here. There's some azurite mines, some malachite mines, actually in the LaSalle Mountains, which you'll be pretty close to. So Jasper and Peridot as well. So
yeah,
basically a whole bunch of stuff, not turquoise.
Right. Yeah. No, this is not Mojave turquoise. I am sorry to say I can't remember this guy. He and his son or sons, I'm not sure, own this mine, and he actually invited me out to go dig turquoise with him. So I'm hoping this coming summer we're going to take a road trip to Nevada and dig some turquoise. I think that would be a blast.
That would be.
So I found a card of the gentleman that I think I talked to. Unfortunately, I didn't write down on the card. I usually do, but I don't know why I didn't. But it was in my wallet, and that meant that it was somebody important. Otherwise, I would have just thrown the card, you know, in the bucket. But
sure.
So I'm going to try and get a hold of him and see if he is the guy that owns this Nevada turquoise mine, and make sure that he's going to Tucson and that we can get more of this wonderful stuff. Because what I saw on the internet was just Royston ribbon turquoise. And in my opinion, some of the stuff that I've been cutting, such as this stone here, is just a much prettier blue, if I can get it to, much prettier blue than what they had on Etsy and a couple of the other sites. So
after you cut it, how do you polish it?
I have.
You have a tumbler?
No, I have 6 wheels on that
Pixie.
The Pixie?
On my Pixie. And it goes from coarse down to, I can't remember. I think it's 12,000 grit on the last wheel. And by the time I get down to 12,000 on turquoise, it's pretty well polished. And then I have a felt wheel on the very end that I'll put like, serum oxide on, or, you know.
Is that a purple or the clear looking stuff?
It's actually a white powder that you just, you know, put a little bit of water in and mix up and lather on there.
Very cool. Vita says, Sandy, I have some Mexican red fire opal if you want it.
Ooh, of course I do. Stones, I love stones. I love stones.
All right, Dwayne, you got this. I gotta go take some photographs.
Sure, I can do this for a bit.
Things to do. I'm glad you're okay, Sandy.
Yeah,
and
I'll make it. I don't know in what kind of shape, but I'll make it. Thank you for coming in, Dee. I appreciate it.
No problem. Merry Christmas to everyone. And Sandy just popped the Hangout link in. Someone come take my place and give these old people some company.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not old.
You're older than I am.
No, I'm not old.
I got to pick on your carrot.
I get to tease Sandy about being old. I'm not old.
You're old to me. You're old enough to be my daddy.
Yeah, kids. Hell no, I'm not.
Ooh.
How old's your oldest kid?
Shut up.
How old? How old, Dwayne?
He's 25.
See, and I'm 28. Look at that.
You see, Heather would have had to start when she was like 15.
They start them younger.
Yeah, down in Tennessee, I bet.
Hey now, hey.
Mexican marcasite, yeah. I've got a piece of malachite that's sitting here that I almost cut the other day. It's got some real fun stuff going on. It's just not like the regular stuff. And then there is some druzy on the inside that I'm really looking forward to cut. It almost looks like velvet in there. So I'm gonna do, it's dusty as heck, but I'm gonna do something with this too.
That's cool. Yeah, that'd be really nice. I know a lot of people that really like that really deep forest green color.
Yeah. And then I've got stuff like this. That's the druzy. That
See, we have a lot of that kind of stuff. That's geodes. You know, you crack open the geodes, and it's all kind of sparkly in there.
And that's fun, you know, to pick up geodes and then split them and see, you know, what sort of wonderful stuff you've got inside.
Yeah, they actually have we have a big geode field out. I can't remember exactly where it is. I think it's near Dugway. But yeah, a lot of people go out there and dig their own geodes just and break them open, and they're really cool. A lot of purples and clears.
Yeah. Agate and amethyst and that. Yeah. That's going to be fun. I think I'm going to have a much better time in Utah than what I'm having in Albuquerque.
You know, and you won't even have to learn how to stop, drop, and roll. I mean, you know.
That's true. What does it say? I can't read that.
Sandy, the fire opals are in a silver ring, so I will let you take the stones out.
Oh, well, don't destroy the ring. You want me to cut another stone to put in it? We can do that. But I don't want to tear up your jewelry. But yeah, that is fun stuff.
New adventures. That's what you're looking forward to.
Yep. I'm really hoping that I get to go to Tucson along with this move, you know, for at least a few days to show you guys, number one, how enormous it is, and then all of the stuff that's there. I mean, we won't be able to cover, you know, a fraction of it, but I'll be able to show you some really fun stones.
Vita says it has one stone that's broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what, Vita, go ahead and get with Sandy offline, and you guys can talk it out. Maybe she can, you know, you can come to an agreement on price, or you know, if you want a new stone cut for that ring, or you know, trade work or something. I'm sure you guys can work something out.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun. So there's really nothing coming in your way next week. Like if I left on,
I would have to go back and you know, go to the Weather Channel and look, but it didn't seem like it. It didn't look like it from what I was looking at.
I'm thinking of maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Seeing if I could get, you know, everything together by then, and just throw the dogs in the car.
Move in and head north.
And just head on out the door.
See, so Kathy says, I have a blue apatite, and I was told it's too soft to set. I don't even know what blue apatite is. I was thinking maybe it was a, you know, a miss, what do you call it?
Well, that's strange because I've got a piece of apatite, I think, right here.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yep.
Vita also asks, can you set a very small morganite?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Depending on how small, huh?
Yeah. This is a piece of apatite. It's not a real high grade, but that's apatite. And apatite can go from a real light neon.
Is it clear? Not clear, but can you see through it?
Well,
it was hard to see.
Yeah, I don't think that this camera is going to pick up. Let me see if I can get it towards the light. It's got some, no, it's just going to bounce off of there.
Glare off, yeah.
It's got some flashes in it that are kind of deep in the stone. It's not.
Oh, there you go. Now that's really, that really. Oh, okay, yeah. Off to the left.
Yeah, can you see some of the flashes in there? And that's,
I can't tell if it's a flash or if it's a reflection.
Yeah. But it's got almost that quality that labradite has. You know, that flash that's underneath the surface on this particular stone. But I've seen others. I've got other apatite that's kind of a neon blue. That's just clear. So, but apatite isn't that soft. That's really strange that they would say that. Maybe they just didn't want to set it.
Well, Kathy, if you want to get, if you want to talk to Sandy further about it, she could definitely let you know, what your options are or something to that effect.
Yeah. The real neon blue that I have, they're real small little stones, but I want to cab them and set them as accent stones.
Sure.
So
yeah, Kathy says that's what I have, clear and neon blue.
Yeah, that's the color of apatite that really attracts me. It's almost like the color of my glasses.
Really? Because to me, that's like an aquamarine color, or at least that's what it looks like through the camera.
Yeah, no, this is a real turquoise blue.
Okay.
You'll see this coming week when you see me in person, my dear.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Yep. Okay, so we figured out that everybody stayed away from the malls.
Yeah.
Now, this is the day before Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
This isn't Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
No, Christmas Eve.
Oh, Eve. Yeah.
Yes, Christmas Eve.
I just thought, between your stutter and your lisp,
Yeah. Right.
So the next question is, if you have finished all of your shopping and it's wrapped, put 1 in the chat. And if you haven't, put number 2. And if you haven't even started, put number 3.
Wow. Kathy says hers is cut and about 1 carat.
Oh, okay.
On that apatite.
Oh my gosh! Look at these people that have finished. All right.
Oh, bike, Todd.
Way to go, Todd. You're just keeping it. Oh, bump crack. There wasn't even a 0. Forget it. You can't count. You can't count.
So Cardi, you said, "Hey Sandy, I'm late to the party. Are you moving to Utah? Do you have friends and family there?"
I have friends. The guy that took care of my he came and took care of me for I think a month with my second knee, and I think he was here for like 6 weeks with my first knee. and he bought a house with his partner there, and they have 6 acres of land. And I would be 2 hours away from Dwayne. So I'm either going to park my trailer there, or the house next door is available for rent. And it's a huge 4-bedroom with a den and a wet bar in one room. And it's just got all sorts of space.
Man,
and
you
they
wouldn't know what to do with that
want
kind of space.
No, and a house that didn't move when the wind blew. You know, what do you do in something like that? So, and they only want $650 for this house. So, okay, so we got a bunch of, okay, we started out with 1s, and then we got a 3. So there's a couple people that haven't even started, and a couple people that are halfway through. Pretty good.
Yeah,
not bad. Doesn't look like anybody is desperate. Oh my gosh, 11111. Everybody, did she? That is finished. That's great.
She also said, I have several rings with missing stones. I have a morganite ring that needs a stone replaced, and have a stone, but don't know if it will fit.
Oh, okay. We can see. We can definitely check it out. So, Carly, that's kind of the plan. And since I got shot at tonight, the plan has
escalated.
Yeah, escalated, been kicked in the butt, and it's going to happen. You know, I'm going to take a road trip up there this week and make sure that, you know, I feel comfortable being there. And then we're got big plans of moving everything. So I wish I was in better shape to be able to just pack stuff up and move, but so have to see about enlisting some young.
Does that house up there have a garage?
No, it doesn't.
Bummer. Because I was thinking that would have been nice to make your shop into a, you know, your garage into a shop where you could have your industrial stuff in there, and you know, wire it for 210 or 208 if you needed it, or
but I'm sure that you know, I even if I have to put it in 2 rooms, you know, have the clean stuff in one room and the dirty stuff in another, you know, I'm sure that I can make it work. I've had the shop in my house before.
Oh, okay, good. Vita says, also have a black spinel. Okay. I didn't know if I was saying it right.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep. Sounds like you have some wonderful stones to do fun stuff with. And Kathleen is back. I can read that.
Cool. That's good. So who wants to come in here, guys? I actually have to get out of here and go grocery shopping here in a few. Yeah. So I'm just seeing, is anybody want to come and babysit Sandi? Oh. No, I'm just teasing.
Thanks.
No, you know I'm teasing you. So yeah, if anybody's interested in coming in and hanging out with Sandi, yes, Vanessa, the police did come and leave. And it was reported that she wasn't the only one that reported the gunshots. So, you know, stuff like that.
Oh no, Carmen! I made her burn her pound cake. Oh no!
Oh, sorry, Carmen. Ugh.
Yeah, the police came out. She said that she had gotten reports of the gunshots from other people, but they seemed to think it was coming in a different direction. I said, no, I was real sure about the one that was by my head. Real sure about that.
I could tell when I was picking my ass up off the ground which way they were coming from.
When I was hugging Mother Earth, I could definitely tell which way it came from.
Well, good, Carmen. We'd hate to be that you only had one cake and it was burnt.
That I only ruined one of your cakes. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I just didn't know what to do. I was so rattled.
Oh, I bet.
Shook from, you guys have been in the chats when we've heard gunfire over here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I hear it all the time, so it really doesn't bother me that much. But when the one...
It should bother you. You should not get complacent to the point where you hear gunshots and you don't worry. That's not a good thing to be, a place to be.
Well, and that's what I did. I walked out and I heard 3 loud gunshots, and I'm looking around to see where they're coming from, and all of a sudden one goes, pew! And I went, oh, shit. So, yeah, it rattled me pretty bad.
But we're here.
I'm more important than baking. Yay! Yeah, I mean, I was headed this way anyway, because I wanted to do this hangout with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so all I could think of was I got to get to the shop and away from where I was being shot at. And, I mean, that's stupid because this trailer is actually about less than 10 feet from the side street. So if somebody wanted to, and they shoot along this street too, so I'm actually probably closer to the gunfire here than I was at my house. But
yeah. So Vita wants to know how she can text or talk to you.
I will put my name, my real name, in the chat, and you can friend me on Facebook, and then we can just
go from there.
And if well, I have to be on the little line, right, for it to type.
I think so.
My brain's still not working, guys. Sorry. There we go. That's me on Facebook. So if any guys want to friend me on Facebook, feel free, and then we can messenger each other. And because you don't want everything going in the chat. So
right. And she doesn't check her email well enough that she should. So the messenger is probably the best way to get hold of
her. Messenger or text is what I pay attention to, and then I sit there and go, oh yeah, I have to check my email. I'm getting better. It used to be I would go for a week and then check the email. Well, now that I'm, doing the auctions and that, I really
doing business through it. You better
check the email a little bit more often than once a week. So I'm getting better at it, guys. It just takes this old lady a little bit of time to come into the 21st century.
Or at least the 20th.
Creeping in there. So. I mean, I had a flip phone for a long time until this friend of mine who worked at Verizon said, Sandy, no, I'm getting you an Android. I'm going, an who?
Yeah, what?
and then he hands me, a phone like this, and I'm going, well, what am I supposed to do with that?
How do you answer the damn phone?
I mean, I knew how to answer the other one. I just opened it up, said hello. And this one is like, and then all of the stuff you can do on it. Do you guys realize I used to work at Sandi Labs here in Albuquerque, which does research and development for the government. They do weapons testing and development and stuff like that, R&D. And we had, when I started there in 76, we had a huge room with a raised floor so that the air conditioning could be forced underneath these big towers with these big tape reels on them. And those were that was the supercomputer for that facility. This phone right here has more capabilities than that whole room did back in 1976.
Yeah.
That's how far
Crazy.
we've come. It's just amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, a flip phone is easy to put in your pocket, you know, and you're not going to butt dial anybody, you know, and you're not going to crack the screen like I did on mine. So I can, you know, the flip phones, if you just need a phone to answer, don't text on it because you have to sit there and punch one button, you know, 2 or 3 times to get the letter.
I remember doing that. That was so bad.
And then if you punched it one too many times, then you had to go back and, you know, punch it a bunch more times. But, you know, if you're just answering the phone, they're great. I love them.
This is true. All right. Hey, I got to go. So,
all right, Dwayne. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let me know what the plan is.
Yeah. When I get a little bit more together and say I'm leaving such and such.
On a jet plane.
I'm leaving on a jet plane. Okay. We're going to get tagged. Bad singing. That's what we're going to get tagged for.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Thanks, Dwayne.
Bye.
Bye. Is there anybody else that wants to come in and chat? I will put the link in the chat. That I can't believe how badly that shook me up tonight. Maybe it's my age. I don't know. But I know that when they called me that the police were here, I stopped at the corner. I have to go down this way, the length of the trailer to go out. And I stopped at the end of the trailer and peeked around the corner to see if there was anybody there. I have a feeling that and I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live thinking I'm going to get shot walking out of my house. That sucks. You know, that I just feel like I've been violated. You know, that this is my little corner of the world. You know, it's mine. And you just invaded it. That just I don't know what do you guys think? You know, do you share feelings that, you know, you have like a safe space, you know, and that was my little safe space, and now it's just in an instant has been ripped away from me. Man. And even worse, I guess, is I'd like to catch the SOB that shot at me and just knock him in the balls. There you go. That's what lesbians do. Yeah, it's like you just took my peace of mind away from me. And that means a lot to me. And in an instant, and he doesn't even probably know he was probably drunk or high, you know, and could care less if he screwed up somebody else's life. I almost said fucked up somebody else's. Oh, sorry. Well, you know, this is an X-rated channel anyway, so. But you know, just. Oh, there you go, Cece. Just rip them suckers right off. I'm sorry, guys. I have to get so close, but I can't read it without being up next to it. Yeah, I mean, oh, sorry about that, Todd. Did it make you cross your legs, Todd? Oh. You know, I mean, and these people just don't have any idea the damage they do in an instant. Helping me make a decision to move. Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of a kick in the pants that, you know, you need to move, you need to get motivated, and, you know, because I could easily sit here and go, well, I really need to move, guys. You know, I really need to move. And every week come back on and go, well, I really need to move, and not do a damn thing about it, you know, because I'm old and I hurt, and, you know, it just seems like a huge undertaking to move this stuff. But this has really got me to the point where, no, Sandy, you need to do something now. You need to start, you know, putting pen to paper and figure out logistically how you're going to do this, you know, and start talking to people about getting help in here, some hairy legs and with muscles, and get them in here and pack this stuff up and get the heck out of Dodge. I even thought of going back in the house and getting the gun and coming back over here. And the thought's gone through my mind that I should have a gun over here. I don't want to live like that. You know, I don't. You'd think I was living in the Wild West. I almost did, Lynn. I almost peed myself. Came very close. Yep. All right, Todd. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. You're right, Mary. There are no consequences for him. If I'm assuming it's a him, because 99% of the shooters are hims. I don't think so. I wish I could. You know, I tried making the chat bigger, Francis, you know, the box, and it doesn't change the font. So hit okay. That and the plus sign. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, the font's getting bigger, guys. Ooh, you are so good. Oh my gosh. Look at there. How come I didn't know that? Oh my gosh. Woo! Wow, I can read it. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I have to make the box a little bit bigger because I'm only getting 2 words at a time. Okay, wait a minute. I missed this one. Okay, Teresa. Hello, new to the channel, been following since. Wait, okay, great. You make jewelry, but only sell locally. That keeps me busy. Well, cool. We would definitely like to see some of your jewelry. Oh my gosh, the chat is. I'm impressed. See, I can sit back here and I can read it now. Oh, it wasn't. Was it you, Des? Was I reading that as Francis and it was you? See, I couldn't. Yeah. Okay, so it was Des and not Frank. Okay, I got it. Thank you. That I can actually sit back like this and read the chat. Oh, I'm in tall cotton now. Ah, man. You were using the inflator wrong? Oh, jeez. No. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, Francis and Des. I just now I can see. Oh, this is so cool, guys. You have no idea how I have strained to see the chat, and I kept thinking, oh, they're going to think I'm crazy putting my nose in the middle of the camera. That is so cool. All right. Well, you guys are the best, man. I didn't realize you could increase that. Well, that's great that you sold out. That's super. So I'm thinking, guys, and this is just a thought of maybe doing a patrons type deal. And I thought I'd run it by you guys before I did anything, you know, because I'm still, you know, kind of going back and forth in my head about it. The thing about patrons, I don't even know what you call it, that it would give me money to invest in stuff, fun stuff for us, you know, that let me get an example. Okay, like I want to see if we can cast some flowers, you know, cast them in silver. I think that'd be cool. You know, I can cast twigs, but how about flowers? Well, it's not something that would bring me any sort of money in resale, but it would be educational for you guys, you know, and I think it would be fun for you guys to see. Or, you know, just do fun stuff around the shop that isn't production type, you know, because this channel helps support me, because I make $1,300 a month on Social Security, and I pay $500 in rent. So you guys can figure that out. So this channel helps, you know, me eat the 3rd week of the month or the 4th week of the month, you know. So mouth on the tailpipe and blow. That's funny. So you know, if somebody if people were supporting the channel, then I could, you know, invest the time in showing you more diversified stuff. Let me know what you guys think, you know, because I kind of have two thoughts on that. One of them is I don't want to look like I'm begging for money, because I'm not. I just would like to bring you guys more information about making jewelry and different ways of doing it. So let me know what you guys think, because I haven't really gone either way on it. And then the patrons would get, I don't know, something special a couple times a month, a Google Hangout and a specific thing that I would show, or stone that I would, or something special that would just be a video or a hangout for the patrons. My chat just stopped. Is anybody? I blew it up and now it just stopped. You guys still out there? Is there anybody out there? Did I not do something here? No. Okay. Okay, now it went. Okay. I didn't know it. It looked like it had froze, but I don't want it to come across like I'm begging for money. I want to, give you value for the money that you're going to invest in me. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Okay, Gail, okay. Okay. Yeah, and then we could do, like maybe a couple Google Hangouts where you could actually be in here with me and ask me questions and stuff. I don't know, but pretty much whatever you guys would want. But okay. Ask you to sign into the chat again. That's weird. So anyway, think about it, and maybe after the first of the year, I'll I was just kind of reading about it on I think it's YouTube Buddy, or I don't know, something like that. And I'm not sure how it all works, but it seems to be able to free artists up to be more creative. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that we could do more creative stuff instead of stuff that I felt like I needed to sell to support myself, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm talking around in circles, which I may be. No, you wouldn't have to pay to watch me. My videos will always be free, always. I feel like this information has been given to me, and there's no way that I could. No, I just no. You would be able to see all the videos just like you do now, but for the people that supported me, there would be an extra perk, I guess, maybe once or twice a month, where we did something between us, that didn't go out on a video that was shared on YouTube. Yeah, it would be kind of testing the waters to see if there would be people interested in a course or a series or whatever. You know, and I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm going to have to check into it further because I'm not. Obviously, I'm not real fluent at explaining this, so I'm not real. I don't have it in my mind clearly how it works, so I'm going to have to understand it a little bit better how that works. But I don't know. I think it would be kind of neat, and we could do some really fun stuff, you know. And if you guys came up with ideas of stuff to do, and because I want to do enameling, and you know, just kind of side projects of wacky stuff. You know, artists do wacky stuff. I have wacky stuff in my head, and I just think it would be fun. But anyway, let me know, you know, what you guys feel about it. Because if it comes across like I'm begging money, I'm totally out of it. Yeah, yeah, as little as $1, you know. So man, that took the wind out of my sails, guys. I'm trying to keep my mind occupied on other things, and it ain't working. It's just not working, but I can see the chat. I can see the chat, so we're good. Yeah, Elaine, it would help me, but in turn, I want to make sure that you guys get value out of it too. You know, that it's just not a one-way street, because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a win-win situation between both of us, you know, and keep it to a low enough amount that everybody could join in on it. You made cheesecake? What the hell? And you're in Timbuktu and I'm over here in Albuquerque, and you say that in the chat? I love cheesecake. Ooh, that's torture. That's just pure torture. Oh, why do you guys keep going back to food? Well, I hope so. I hope you guys feel like I'm bringing you some substance, you know, because that's what I want to do. I mean, I enjoy chatting with you like this, but I really I want to bring you some information so that you guys can be informed on looking at jewelry. If you come across a piece or something that you can say, I know about that. Oh, I love cheesecake. Guys are killing me. Crazy. How come our chat always devolves, if that's a word, to food? Exactly. It would just give me a little bit more freedom to just go off on the rabbit trails that are in my head. And honey, I have a lot of rabbit trails in my head. It's crazy the way my brain functions. I was talking to somebody the other night, and they said that there would be value they would like to know the process that I go through when I come up with a design. I thought, really? Or how do I come up with the colors of stones that I put together? You know, little stuff like that. You know, and I don't know. You guys have to tell me stuff, because I don't think of that. You know, that you guys would like to know what's going between my two brain cells, you know, to come up with the designs, you know, or even how do I come up with the shape of the stones? You know, when I'm cutting this ribbon turquoise or the opal, or you know, whatever I'm cutting, and I don't think of that to explain that to you. What's going through my head, you know, as I'm looking at a stone and working on it. Yeah. I would really have to probably think and make notes about what goes through my head when I'm looking at a stone. And I know this sounds wacky, guys, but I look at a stone and I actually think that the stone tells me what it wants to be. Okay, now the guys with the white coats and the straight jacket is going to come in. I know they're coming. But and I'm going to have to think about how to articulate that to you, that I'm asking the stone, you know, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a ring? Do you want to be a pendant? Do you want to be a bracelet? You know? And I actually feel that I get vibes off of the stones. Yeah, thanks, Dwayne. See, I can see you from way over here. I can see you. You know, that I get vibes off of the stone that says, you know, I want to be a ring. I want to be a pendant. I want to hang out with another stone. You know, I know it's wacky, guys. I'm listening to myself and I'm going, oh my God, Sandy, is that really coming out of your mouth? But I do. I really study the stones and try and figure out what it wants to be. Because I have just ripped it out of the earth. I've ground half of it away, you know, and polished it up, and it was just all happy there in the earth. So I figure it should have a say in where it wants to hang out for the rest of its life. No, I'm whacked. But that's part of my process, you know. No, I didn't. I didn't see the necklace. Yeah, in my mind's eye, I start seeing what shapes would go with that stone. The scary part about this moving to Utah is that Dwayne would be much closer to me to turn me in to those guys in the little white coats. See, I have to think about that too, because Dwayne could just go, well, she's just right down the road. Let me show you where she's at. Come with that little paddy wagon and the straitjacket. We've come to take you away, hee hee, ho ho, ha ha. Oh, the morganite is 40 points. Okay. That's a nice size stone. Yeah, I don't know. I never thought about a canvas, but I imagine an artist that works in you know, paints or watercolors that would go through the same process. Oh yeah. Yep. Wait. Don't go. Wait. Yeah. Let me get subscribed to you. I will subscribe to you right now. There you go. I'm number 61. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Kathleen, she's going to put out some videos. Help her out here and go over and subscribe to her channel so that we can support her. I love seeing people get started, you know. Oh, that's a nice stone too, 5 carats. That's great. Yeah, and if I can help you guys out, you know, in any way, just get a hold of me, you know. I mean, I don't know everything, but I'll help you with whatever I can. So anyway, guys, all right, Cece, good job. I guess I'm going to try and make it back across the parking lot because I don't think I'm feeling very creative tonight. I had visions of me making a couple pieces tonight, but I just don't see that happening. Do it, Kathleen. Do it. You know, guys, I just found out that you can do a video and you can mark it as private and nobody will ever see it. Okay. So if you're timid about making that first video, and the first one is always the hardest, no matter what you start, no matter what you do, that first one is the hardest. And number one, remember everybody had a first video. That they didn't start out on their 50th video or their, you know, 500th video. Did I eat? I can't remember. I don't know. So anyway, if you're starting out with your first video, right there when you go to, you know, type in all the stuff, there's a little box in it. It says public. Well, if you click on that, it has a drop-down box and it has unseen and then it has private. And if it's private, then only you can see it. And if you do the video, you like it, you can change it from private to public. So it gives you a little bit of leeway and a little out if you think that it's not great. So just, I don't know, maybe that will help you get started on your first one. Yeah, right now I'm not doing too good at concentrating. In fact, my mind is all over the place. So I think I'm going to head over to the house, and I don't know, I might, if I get freaked out again, I might start another chat, if that's okay with you guys. I don't know, but I have to make it over to the house. So I think I'm going to work on that. And thank you guys for coming in. Hi, Sophie. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, nice, huh? So we've just been talking, and I've been kind of settling down. I was a wreck when I first came on. Well, I'm doing better now than I was doing, a couple hours ago. I was pretty shook up. So I'm going to try and make it over to the house. And then we'll see. Okay, that would be great. So see. Yeah, I haven't been asleep since night before last. I was up all night last night with my restless legs. So it's been a long day. So guys, thanks a lot for coming in and chatting with me and listen to me babble on. And like I said, I might start another chat in a little bit, but I'll go over and take care of the dogs and make sure they're all copacetic, and then see where my brain is at. My 2 brain cells. So if I don't see you before Christmas, guys, have a great Christmas. Enjoy your families. And I just wish for you every blessing that God has. That this new year will be prosperous and a joy to your life. And I love you. And I really appreciate you guys tremendously, more than you'll ever know. So before I start crying again, I'm getting off of here. So, guys, from bullet-ridden Albuquerque, I'm going to say good night and God bless. I love you guys.